Two families brought together through tragedy and hope continue to share a tailgate for the LSU Auburn series, and they'll get together once again tomorrow as part of their annual tradition. Fox 44's Kennedy Walker explains how one LSU family's tragic loss saved the life of an Auburn family's son.
Some may call the way the Boswells and the Perrys met tragic, but to them, they consider it fate.
It's been just amazing to be able to see the healing that we've gotten through this process.
When both families' sons were 6 months old, they were told devastating news they say they'll never forget. The Boswells were told their son, Davis, needed a heart transplant. Doctors said if he didn't receive one soon, he wouldn't make it.
The whole time was very, very scary. We were uncertain of his future.
Over in Baton Rouge, the Perry's son, John Clark, was also facing an illness. He was diagnosed with a brain bleed and soon after didn't survive.
Another brain bleed, had to go back to the hospital, and it takes the wind out of your sails.
During the worst moment of the Perry's lives, they were faced with a decision they say they never thought they would have to make. Doctors asked them if they would donate their son's organs.
I didn't really give it a lot of thought until after. I immediately said yes, and it has been the greatest yes I think I've ever said.
John Clark's heart ended up in Birmingham. It was a perfect match for Davis. While one family was telling their son goodbye for the last time, the other was given a second chance at life.
So hard to know that in order for your child to live, something tragic has to happen to another child and a family. That's really hard. It's hard not to feel guilty.
Months later, and the families finally met. They agreed to stay in contact, and before they knew it, they said they became family.
For about 10 seconds it was weird, and then we've been best friends ever since.
Now, 4 years later, they say they see each other as much as they can. Today, the families came together in honor of John Clark. A wall in Children's Hospital was dedicated to him due to his sacrifice. His picture is now on display with hundreds of other organ donors.
To see now the outcome and how his little life has changed so many, we're definitely taking the right path.
Before the families head their separate ways, tomorrow they're ending their trip with their yearly tradition. The Perrys, who say they bleed purple and gold, and the Boswells, who are big Auburn fans, will see the two teams go head-to-head in Death Valley.
Two families together, it's just an incredible experience.
Kennedy Walker, Fox 44 News.
And tomorrow at the game, the two families say they're hoping to get as many other people as possible to possibly sign up to be organ donors as well.
Sweet story there.
Wishing them all the best.